of fact, like that, you saying there was a lady on TV talking about some of this. And when you look at the history channels, your learning channels, the science channels on television, they're bringing out a lot of this stuff that we're talking about. So someday the history books will be changed. Yes, sir.
Also, too, in regards to the lady that was on the talk show, there was no distinction between the coastal waters like we have the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. It was once called the Great Waters.
Okay.
It was once called the Great Waters.
Right. So another, now people say, well, how could they get from Africa over here? They would have to have some pretty sophisticated ships to make those trips. But what we have to understand, I have a brain, you have a brain. Those people that lived in ancient times had a brain. If we could think to make the things that we make today, why would we think that they wouldn't have enough sense to do that? Because they happen to be called primitive. You follow what I'm saying? Okay.
And Brother Talani, if I may interject here, it also shows the evolution of technology by so-called primitive people. It shows that these people were further along intellectually than what has been properly noted.
Right, exactly. And that's the whole point I'm getting to. Now, the ships used to travel from Africa to the Americas, you will find examples of these boats painted on the walls of the temples of Kemit. Kemit being the proper name for ancient Egypt, meaning land of the blacks. That's what Kemit means, land of the blacks. Painted on the walls in the temples, they show their ships and how these ships were made. In the pyramid, the three pyramids of Khufu, Khafra, Menkaure, that's the Great Pyramid by Khufu. Then you have the second pyramid, which is Khafra. Well, in that pyramid, they found a boat. And to prove a point, a European, let me find his name here, a Norwegian writer and explorer. His name was Thor Heyerdahl. He designed a ship based on the model that was found in Khafra's tomb and what was on the walls of the various temples. He got 12 tons of sun-dried papyrus reeds, 10 to 12 feet long. And he named this ship Ra 1. And he left North Africa now, not West Africa, but North Africa, May 25th, 1969 he did this. The boat made it. It made the trip. So what he proved was how they were able to go back and forth and the types of ships that they had to go back and forth. Now, there's another thing that's very interesting about this is that there are currents that's in the ocean.
Right.
And these currents travel between the west coast of Africa and the Americas. Let me get over here in my notes. there's the what's called the Guinea Current and the Canary Current, and there's the current of Cape Verde, of the Cape Verde Islands, and the current off of Senegal and what used to be called Gambia coast, and one off of South Africa. Now, but there's, from these locations, you can pick up on these currents. But there's basically three, and that's Cape Verde to Barbados, the Senegambia coast to Barbados, the South Africa to Brazil or Argentina, and the three currents are the Canary currents, the Benguela current, and the Brazil current. So I have a map here, and I want to show you these currents and where they're at on the map, so you have an idea of how this thing looks and where these currents actually are. On our map here, I'm going to outline where those currents are so you can really get a real good picture of how all of this was done. If we can get a close shot up on the map, we have right here, which is the Canary Islands. If you see right here, this is the Canary Islands. A current comes through there, right off the coast of the country of Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
Then we come down to the Verde Islands, which are here. Then we come down to Senegal and Guinea, right here, which used to be at one time Senegal, Gambia region, right here. And then we go down here to South Africa. Now, the Canary current from here, if you put your boat or your ship within this stream or current stream, you don't have to use a motor, you don't have to use sails, you don't have to use anything. That current will bring you directly here to Barbados. If you're leaving Senegal or the Verde Islands or Senegal and Guinea region here, that stream will take you directly to Barbados. If you're leaving from South Africa, the stream goes kind of strange. It goes up in a circle and comes down over here like so and will land you in Brazil. If you choose to, you can pass Brazil and continue in the stream, which will dump you down here in Argentina. So this is the method that those Africans use to come